guys. Good morning, Robin. Thank you guys for joining me. We are at day 3 of our 5 days of peace. I hope you guys are getting something out of this so far. I am having a great time being able to be with you guys and share all of this with you. Good morning, Bethany. So today we are going to talk about peace interrupters. When I was first kind of, planning out today, I actually had it titled Peace Stealers. And Holy Spirit was like, no, nothing can really steal your peace. There are things that can interrupt your peace, that can shift your focus out of peace, but nothing can actually steal that away. So today we're going to talk about those peace interrupters. It's wonderful to learn how to walk in peace. But if any of you have ever been trying to do that the past few days, you know that things are going to happen, right? Circumstances are going to come, and there's just going to be things that don't always, line up with that peace. So what do we do when those things happen? Because this isn't like a one and done kind of thing. We've talked already about shifting our mindset as far as peace isn't external. Peace comes from within, right? We've talked about the 2 keys of walking in peace. We are partnering with Holy Spirit, who is the best teacher and can teach us all that we need to know about walking in peace, and about aligning our focus with the truth that Jesus is the Prince of Peace and he is within us, right? But even with those keys, even with shifting our mindset, there still are things, even externally, that can happen that can kind of throw us off guard, right? You can get up in the morning and you can have every intention of walking in peace, right? You can be partnering with Holy Spirit. You can be partnering with the truth of the Prince of Peace within you. And then one of those circumstances comes and you go, oh, whoa, wait a minute. I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't really expecting this, right? It can kind of throw you off. So what do we do when these kinds of things happen? How do we refocus back into peace? Well, there's this great tool that I learned from Craig a few years ago. He calls it lining up. I think for me, a better word is like realignment. We are made body, soul, and spirit, right? And all 3 of them are amazing, are wonderful. We need all 3 of them to work together, right, in synergy for our lives. But our spirit is designed to be the one that we are moving from, the place that we are moving from, right? We're supposed to live from our spirit. So in order to do that, we need to be lined up. So our spirit needs to be in charge, so to speak, right, of our body, of our soul. Well, that can be easy to do just by learning how to line up. But there are things that can throw that off balance, right? So in the morning when you get up and you're partnering with peace and you're going, okay, Holy Spirit, today, here's what we're going to do. You're going to help me. Here we go. I'm partnering with the truth of the fact that Jesus is within me and he is the Prince of Peace. Then that you're doing that. You're lining up. You're allowing your spirit to take charge, your spirit to rise up and begin to rule the day, right? Begin to walk in your spirit for that day. And then as things come, these different circumstances that try to interrupt your peace, they can throw you out of alignment. So what do we need to do to begin to line back up? Well, this is one of those things that just takes practice, right? When I first, when Craig first kind of explained this to me and I started doing it, it took me a really long time. I'm a worship person, so if I need pretty much anything from Jesus, worship is where I go, right? I turn on the worship music, and that for me is kind of the gateway that just opens things up. So I begin to just turn on worship music, and I would say, okay, how do I get my spirit to be the one kind of in charge and leading the way here? And so sometimes the beginning, it took a few minutes. It took a little bit of time in worship and in prayer and going, okay, how do we line back up? How do I not walk in my soul, not walk in my body, but walk in my spirit and then bring the others along with me, right? So the more I began to do this, the easier it became. Not only the easier it became, but the quicker it became. And then I realized I didn't need the worship music. I could just kind of go, okay, I can feel it. I'm off. I'm out of alignment. Let's line right back up. And it was just a few minutes. Let's line right back up. And so that's what we can do as a tool to be able to not only walk in peace, but walk in our spirit, which means the fullness of everything that we have in the kingdom, right? Because there's going to be circumstances, there's going to be things that happen, people that come that just kind of throw us off balance. And that's okay, as long as we go, okay, that kind of threw me off, but now what do? Now we just line right back up. We partner back with truth. We look back at Holy Spirit and go, okay, here we go. Now we're walking in our spirit so that we can partner with Holy Spirit. He can be our teacher and our guide, and we can begin to walk in the fullness of everything that is available to us in the kingdom. Right? So this is one of those tools that you just have to practice doing. And, it's not even just a daily basis. This can be like a minute to minute basis, right? There are things in our life that can throw us off. So every single time that you feel like, oh, that doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel like I'm walking in the spirit right now. Take a second. If you need to, close your eyes. If you need to, like me, turn, worship music on, whatever it is that helps you line back up, partner back with Holy Spirit, and go, okay, here we go. I'm not just focusing on the circumstance. I'm not focusing on what's going on here. I'm focusing on you, Jesus. And let's line up in the correct way, and let's handle this in the correct way, and let's move on with our day. And it may take a little bit at first, but you'll notice it gets quicker, it gets easier, and then all of a sudden you're doing it even without noticing. Just all day long, you're going, okay, that threw me off, but here we go. We're lined back up, and we're ready to tackle this again. So that's the key, or a key at least, on how to deal with external things that may try to interrupt your internal peace, right? Because we have peace no matter what. That can't be taken away. But there are definitely things that can try to interrupt that. And they're not taking it away. They're merely just shifting our focus. So we have to shift our focus right back and go, yeah, even though this circumstance is here and I'm going to have to deal with this, I still can walk in peace through this circumstance, right? So today, I want you guys to practice this lining up. You guys can call it whatever you want. In our house, we really do call it lining up. Sometimes things will happen and we'll go, oh, just need a minute. All right, line back up, right? So whatever you want to call it, however you want to do it, practice lining back up so that your spirit is rising up, taking charge, so that you're able to partner with Holy Spirit and walk through whatever the circumstances are, so that you're able to tap in to that peace that's within you. It doesn't go anywhere, but sometimes we have to shift our focus and our recognition so that it is able to come up. We are able to walk in it, right? So today, I want you guys to practice lining up. See if you can notice a shift in your day, in your circumstances, in the way you feel, even as you just begin to practice this tool, begin to shift your focus and begin to walk in the spirit and the fullness of all that the kingdom has for you today. All right, I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hope you guys have a great time practicing lining up and walking in your spirit. All right, see you tomorrow.